Well, that's it. I'm calling it a day. I'm exhausted. Just gonna have a little supper with Jason and Kirby, celebrating a good afternoon. What about this camera here? Celebrating a good afternoon at Scioto Downs. Obviously, a little unfortunate break from Susie K. She doesn't often do that. I know she. Somebody said, well, she made a break on Jason at the fair 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Let's cut her some slack. She made a little break on Jason behind the gate. The problem was when she warmed up great. So did Overdue Mission. And then after Overdue Mission's race, they chopped the track up. And I don't think she got a hold of it. It's very odd for a horse to make a break right in the middle of a straightaway, trotting fine. I think she just gave her knee a little wrap and made a break. We've had the hobbles on her tighter, but the tighter you put the hobbles on her, the more prone she is to scrubbing on those knees and those jacks up high. So there has to be a happy medium where you can find I said no, where you can find a spot where she's trotting good, she's comfortable, and the hobbles are out long enough. I think they were just a hair long today. Then she get into that deeper stuff out in the too wide path, and she rolled off. Happens. We won't make that mistake again. Overdue Mission before her race fantastic. Didn't race fantastic. Race very good, very good. Got away third. I thought she was probably a winner at the head of the lane. Come up a little short. My God, I need to shave. I look like Tom Hanks in Castaway. Um, she come up a little bit short. Finished third. She still trotted the fastest mile of any of the fillies of the day, but finished third nonetheless. Raced okay. And then obviously Ailson. I'll tell you what. Obviously you guys know I was feeling a little bit shitty after last night. Um, I don't. I can see the error in the mistake I made with Brave World. Um, I still would have done it. I mean, I came there to race the horse. Yeah, the argument can be made. If you get away fifth and follow Sir Pugsley, you could have been fourth and got him in the final, but he might have been fifth anyway. I wanted to leave, get away in the two hole, and potentially win the elimination if we could. I don't know how good the horse is until we're partway through the first turn. At that point, the two hole's been filled on me. Now I'm going to roll the dice and I'm going to make Ron Cushing let me go. He didn't. He parked me. By the time I tried to backpedal into the three hole, it was already gone. A lot of things could have played out differently in the race last night, but at the end of the day, he's probably in the place he belongs. That's a good bunch of horses, some really expensive, really fast horses, and he's going to race for 20 grand on Friday with the four hole in the consolation. So obviously, I was feeling a little beat up this morning. Not only did I felt that I drove the horse poorly and he performed poorly, but I had to get up at 3:36 in the morning. That's what time my alarm went off. Got in the car, drove to the airport, got on the first flight, slept the whole way to Toronto, drug my ass around the airport to the connecting flight, got on the flight, slept the whole way to Columbus. I get into Columbus, starting to wake up and feel a little bit better. I almost shaved in the bathroom. I hate walking around with a dirty, scruffy beard. Um, Sat down at a Starbucks and ended up striking up a conversation with a gentleman from Washington, D.C., who was very interested in the stable and what we do. May end up being our newest client. So that would be cool. Eric from Washington, D.C. Was very, so obviously I was starting to feel better about myself and better about, just overall. Got some Starbucks into me and off to Scioto. Jason picked me up. We went to Scioto. I warmed up Overdue Mission. I was happy. Warmed up Susie K. Was happy after last trip, and then Ailson I was really happy with. And then they cut the track up, and I don't know why they did that. I assume this is what happens is somebody will race a horse and come in and say, "Oh my God, the track is hard as a rock." So rather than go out and scratch it up a little bit, which they didn't need to do anyway, I don't know who the hell told them it was hard. It wasn't. They went out and just chopped it wide open. And you saw Susie K's race. One, she broke. A number of other horses made breaks. And that race's last quarter was 33 seconds, last half in 104. So that's how they had the track. Obviously, now I'm concerned with Ailson. I felt as much or more pressure with Ailson as I did with Brave World or in any stake race. I don't usually feel pressure. You go out, it's like a pitcher when he takes him out. Sure, he's got a little stress, he's got a little pressure. Once he starts throwing strikes, then you're in the game. It's the same as a race. Everybody's a little fidgety, until they say go. Steps out of the gate, you can see the race unfolding in front of you, whether you want it to unfold your way or not. That's what's taking place. Obviously, you can change it a little bit, but you have a pretty good idea 3 steps out of the gate. And Ailson, I had kind of put my foot down and said, no, we're racing her in the Buckeye. And there was a few clients that thought that was the wrong course of action. You can imagine, my wife didn't want me to come up here to drive in the Buckeye today, but I'm saying to myself, if I don't, and Ailson makes a break, man, oh man, I'm going to have 12 tons of shit land on my shoulder 5 seconds after that race is over. And that's why I get up at 3:30. It's my job, but that's why I get up at 3:30 to come up here and race, come up or down here, whichever it is, to come race Overdue Mission, who I've grown quite fond of, Susie K, who I respect on the track and enjoy driving, and Ailson, because I didn't want anything to go wrong. And you could tell coming to the half, you notice that guy dropped in front of me. She was out of gear. She was putting steps in, and she would have made a break if I had tried to fill the hole right there. I guarantee you she would have. I just took my time with her, knowing that I was comfortable and thinking she's the best filly in the race. She still wasn't awesome. She wasn't perfect. But coming out of the turn, she could have been an okay second. She fought on and won the race and raced well. I was very, very happy with her performance, and a huge weight lifted off my shoulders after she won. Not often you're going to see me. I try to be a populist person, right? Whichever way the wind blows. If the majority of our clients want to do something in a certain way, I'll accommodate if I can. But when it came to this particular situation with Ailson, I knew the right course of action was the Buckeye. And I believed that wholeheartedly, and it worked out very well. So I was very happy to see Ailson win, very happy to see Overdue Mission finish third, and then a little upset with Susie. Not Susie's fault. Upset with the way the race took place and the way it unfolded. And then where do we go? Jailhouse Master looked terrible. He looked off right front to me. He's coming home tomorrow. Chris Beaver's going to pick him up in Indiana for me. That's unfortunate, but I don't want to comment on his overall condition until we get a look at him. He did look off to me right front. Where? I don't know. Maybe it had a lot to do with the break he made last week. Maybe he jumped on his foot or something like that. I didn't get any reports of that from Brandon, so we'll see how Jailhouse Master seems when he gets back. He may need time off, may need to win the field. That's the reality of it. But he may not. We'll see. So that's Jailhouse Master. Then I watched, obviously, 2 horses left. Miss Brampton Beast looked very impressive. 28 seconds on the end of it. 28-2. That's what I wanted to see. Travis drove her good, kept her alert, kept her attentive, didn't let her fall back into neutral. She actually looked like she came to play down the lane. 28-2 on the end of it, pacing away from some other horses. A very good race for Miss Brampton Beast. Oh, yes. The 6th horse was Nancy Allison. Nancy made a break at the gate. She's struggling at the gate. And I told everybody, this isn't ignorance. This is maturity and self-confidence. She just needs some help. And truthfully speaking, the grass is green. It's going to be green for another month or so. Let's just turn Nancy out. I'm almost certain she first off, she holds a ton of residual value as a broodmare. But I think she also has a ton of talent. I trained this filly by herself in the mud in 159 the other day. About 3 ticks of a second slower than I'll Play It Alone went. So the speed is there. Now, if she's not ready to give it up openly and happily, then why are we asking for it? I think the best course of action, turn her out, let her mature. We bring her back, she'll be a new Nancy Allison. I'm almost certain of that. So I know it's probably not what you wanted to hear, a little different from what I said last week. 2 or 3 starts, hopefully a win, and turn her out. I think it's time maybe just to pull the plug, turn her out, and bring her back, and hope that she turns into the filly. I'm confident she will. So that was all 6 of them from today. Obviously, that win went a long way for me. I was coming in a little dilapidated today and a little beat up. Social media didn't help, but I got thick skin and broad shoulders and racing's racing. I'm not always going to do what's right. I'm human. And although I knew there was a chance that could happen, I'm looking at the program page. Sure, I'm not an idiot. I can see that the 1, the 2, and the 4 can leave a little bit. 3 also. But I'm thinking I didn't leave with Brave World and Georgian. I've been told he can leave like a thoroughbred. Let's push him out of there. If I push him out of there and I get to Ron Cushing quick in the first turn, he's got to cut me loose and remove. Rene Laird's horse isn't coming at the quarter pole. It's absolutely not going to happen. And I don't think Travis Collins' horse makes a break if I don't go out of there. They're all trying to protect position, hold position. And anyway, the race is over. I've said it a million times. You got to know when the race is over. And these are the types of things that eat away at me also. But it is what it is. The race is over now. We do the 4-hole in the consolation. We're going to try and pick up the pieces and get to the winner's circle in Charlottetown. In 2019. So, not a great start to the day, but a pretty good finish to the day. And as you can see, I know you guys keep pretty close eye on me too. I'm tired, and it's 9:30 and I'm going to bed. I'm not even going to turn the TV on. So, I'm happy with today. Really excited about tomorrow. Globetrotting, spend that money. I got to see them at the barn tonight. They all look great. Compass Rose DC, these horses look like machines now. And really, really excited to see what's going to take place tomorrow. So for tonight, it's all over. Tomorrow will be over soon, and then I'm back to PEI for a few days. I was slated I was going to go to the Meadows on Saturday, but I'm not going to now. The Colts drew poorly. Aaron Merriman's available for all of them except for Libero Hanover. Corey Callahan's going to drive him. So it only makes sense. I'm going to stay home in PEI for 3 days with my family. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll probably have a video for you at some point tomorrow. And then off to PEI for 3 days. A 3-day vacation for me, and race Brave World Friday night. If any of you are in PEI, there's some harbor cruises that are set up by the CDPEC. And they had reached out to me and said, if any of your clients want to go on the harbor cruises, let me know. I'm sure Kelly's going to be sending something out about that. I don't know what seats we have Saturday night. If you're desperate for a seat, let me know, and I'll reach out to Charlottetown, see if we can't find something for you. Anyway, take care. Talk to you guys real soon. I got to get a nap. I'm tired. See you later.